What's going on, guys? In this training video, we're right there. We're getting ready to actually place our ad. Now we've done the final run through. We've got an idea of what ad we want to place. I'm just going to go through, guys, and actually just place an ad with you guys. So conversions. I'm going to go in and make something for conversions, all right? Some of you guys might be doing traffic engagement. Maybe we got some guys with some apps. Maybe you want app installs. I never really used lead generation and used the lead form. Messages, video views. I'm just going to stick with conversions, guys. It's going to be about the same thing. And of course, I haven't used this ad account, so I've got to set up. But I want to name this. This is going to be MDM. And what I like to do is name this campaign. So if I'm going to do a Facebook ad and it's going to be a video, I'm going to do MDM and I'm going to do Facebook video, and that's normally it. You guys can add some stuff later if you want. I'm just going to run through again, set up ad account, boom. Now up here, what we want to do is make sure if you're running for conversions, I want to make sure that I'm running for my conversions. I'm running for my custom conversions. I don't really care about Facebook's conversions. I want my conversions that I set up, my custom ones. So now I'm just going to scroll down. Of course, I'm going to name this last after I'm all done. You don't need to do an offer or anything like that. Go into audiences. Once you start having some audiences, they might start showing up in here. Once you have, you can use a saved audience if you want, or we're just going to create a brand new audience. So what I'm going to do is everyone in this location, I want to target everybody in the United States. Now, I don't run ads in my local state. Reason being is because a lot of people that are on my Facebook and stuff like that, they're in my local area, would see that ad, and I know they're not going to buy what I have to offer, even though they're not in the targeting. They already like my page and so on. So I don't really want to exclude my page. You can, and that's another tip, guys. You can exclude your Facebook fan page because typically people that are following you, they might already be in business with themselves or with you. So you might want to exclude that. But what I do would go here, hit exclude. And of course I live in Virginia, so I'm going to say Virginia and then boom, I'm excluding Virginia. So it's everything in the United States, just excluding this whole state. Now we'll go down here. Now this is, personal preference. If you guys want, you don't have to. And then we scroll out, of course, I got the whole United States except for Virginia is going to see this. Now, I wouldn't recommend running a national-wide ad. I wouldn't recommend running for Mexico or different areas unless you can relate to, unless you're Spanish, you can speak Spanish, you're even running ads in Spanish, you can target Mexico. But you want to target, people in the United States, possibly Canada, and even guys, maybe possibly Australia, but again, they're in a whole different time zone, so I would just stick with the United States. We're going to go down here to age. I would like to try to run, if you are 18 years old, you want to do, 18 and above. Never want to do anything below here. If you are 25, you want to be, when you're targeted, who your perfect customer is or whatever. It depends. What I would recommend, not a lot of 18-year-olds would probably want to be doing this. I would probably say maybe 21 because they might be having a job, might have some money, to possibly, somebody in their 40s. So maybe 40, maybe 45, maybe 35. I'm just going to stick with 45. Now, if you don't think your perfect customer is a woman, you don't think a woman would buy this, you don't have to target a woman. Now, if you want to target at all, awesome, you can. Or if you want to target one ad being a man and one ad being a woman and split test, you can do that. I'm just going to choose men, and I'm going to make sure I choose English all. Make sure people can speak English. So now we're at about 59 million people. Now this is where it gets cool. Now we're going to go into targeting. What I would like to do is if, I'm thinking about people that might want to do this. So people that might, online business might be something. Small business, business and finance, online business school. Now that's a low size, so you want to look at the size. You want to make sure you're hitting a demographic. You want to at least have one demographic or interest and one behavior. So what I want to do is, let's say people that are entrepreneurs. Should be popping up. I don't know. Did I? Entrepreneurship. I misspelled it. Duh. So we can target, entrepreneurship. That's a huge interest. Field study, don't really want to do that, but we can target entrepreneurship. People that, are wanting to be an entrepreneur, like entrepreneur stuff. What about 9.5 million? Awesome. Now what we could do, I don't want to, I could target Tony Robbins. I could target Gary Vaynerchuk. I could target maybe, if I was a mechanic, auto mechanics. If I was a truck driver, truck drivers. Or, you can this kind of depends on you and who your perfect customer is. But if I'm going to add entrepreneurships as an interest, now what I want to do is maybe even narrow this. So I can exclude people or I can narrow people. So I want to narrow somebody. And maybe who I want to narrow it to is people that are possibly credit card users. So active credit card users is a behavior. Premium credit card users. So I can target people, let's say premium credit card users and entrepreneurship. So I'm going to show that in front of 1.5 million people. Premium credit cards meaning people that they spend a good amount of money on credit. They've got good credit. Now, if you're trying to sell a high ticket, this might be something you want to do. Or you can just do, active credit card, any credit card, any card types, primarily credit cards, so people that just normally use credit cards, active credit card users. So I could do an active credit card user. This person does have a credit card. 5.2. You want to try to make sure it is, anywhere from, million to, or I would say 500,000 to about 5 million being max. So maybe even, get this a little bit lower, maybe lower the age, just because you're never going to get in front of all those people unless you spend a lot of money. And you just want to make sure that you're getting a good audience. You've got a good audience, and then you can build up audiences and custom audiences and then lookalike audiences along the way, so you don't have to do this type of targeting. Now, make sure that this is unchecked. If you have this checked, as you see, this should jump up. You don't want that. Boom. So this is going to show 5.2 million people. I'm going to edit these placements. Say, like I said, I just, in the campaign, I'm just going to run Facebook. So I'm going to get rid of Instagram. I'm going to get rid of Audience Network. And you might start seeing this number lower a little bit. Maybe even get rid of Messenger. Boom, I don't want it in the marketplace. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Maybe just the feeds. Boom, 3.1 million people. Good audience right there. I just want to run it in front of the feeds. Now with retargeting, if I'm running just on Facebook as cold traffic, I can retarget on everywhere. It's super important to retarget on everywhere because that will show up on their Instagram. They'll show up when they're on different types of apps. They'll show up when they're on their Messenger, show up in different parts on Facebook. When they're scrolling through watching videos, when they're on the marketplace, they see it on the right-hand column, possibly when they're just streaming videos, instant articles, so articles that just pop up inside of articles they're reading. So that would be super awesome with retargeting. Now, we're not there. We're just placing a normal ad. So I'm just running Facebook. I'm going to scroll down here. You can do Android device only, iOS. I just keep all. You can do only when it's connected to Wi-Fi. It's personal preference. I'm just going to keep it how it is. And I'm going to scroll down here. Daily budget, I'm going to change that to lifetime. So say I want to spend $10 a day, about 31 days in a month. So I'm going to do $300, $310. So that's going to be roughly around $3.10, or about $10 a day, $310 total. And I'm going to start on this day, end on this day. I would recommend to start at 12 p.m., which would be about 12 a.m., so 11:59 p.m., and then end on 11:59 p.m. Reason being is because towards the midnight and in the morning, there's not going to be a lot of people on Facebook and looking at your ads, so you're not going to spend a lot of money. But when people start to see and wake up, you're going to start to see your ad, and you're not just going to spend a lot of money right off the bat. Now, the reason I do lifetime budget is because Facebook will see on a daily budget of $20, hey, this person's only going to spend, $20, if that, a day. At this time, if I do lifetime budget, they're saying, oh, wow, this person's going to spend, a lifetime of $350. I've found that it actually will convert, and your conversions will be lower, cost per click will be lower when you run lifetime budgets. So I would recommend a lifetime budget. You can adjust this at any time. So you find that your ad is doing well, you can scale it to spend $20, $30, $40, $50 a day. You'll just have to do the math inside of there, and it's super easy to change the budget. Say it's a loser ad, you can even shut it completely off, guys. So I'm going to do a lifetime budget. Boom, $350. Yes, we want conversions. Boom, all this stuff's good. I'm going to hit continue. Now, this is where the ad comes into play. So I want to make sure that I'm on my fan page. Again, we're not on Instagram. Figuring out what type of ad that I want. Let's say that I want to do, say I'm going to do a single image. What I want to do, I don't even know why it loaded Lyle stuff. Let's go to www.millennialdigit, or actually, how about we just copy the funnel I've been working with you guys. So I'm going to go into here, boom, copy this, and you'll see something pretty cool come up here. So boom, boom, boom. Get away from that. So it might actually, from the SEO metadata, it might actually load some stuff up for you. So I'm just going to wait for it to kind of go up. Sorry, but something went wrong, so I guess it's not going to load that. Application couldn't get started, so something's going on. Okay, no worries. What I can do, though, guys, is when I'm browsing, sometimes it'll work. So let's try it with Millennial. So let me grab actual... Let's just grab this one and see if it works. If not, I know it's a Facebook thing. Okay, that's really weird. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, so something is going on with ClickFunnels right now. They're trying to probably fix something, so just bear with me, guys. So I'm just going to go back into here. Go back into create, like we're going to create an ad. So I'm just going to paste this in here. It would load something if something's going on with ClickFunnels right now. They're probably fixing something. No big deal. Don't freak out. I'm just going to continue this whole thing. So I'm going to go up in here, upload an image if I'm going to be running an image, browse if I don't have anything uploaded, or if I do have stuff, I can browse my images. So I might have a couple of things, stock images. So I don't know why it's still loading his stuff, but what I'll do is I can always upload an image. So say I wanted to run this picture just for, giggles. Ha ha ha. Obviously it's not congruent. Boom. My text, so whatever my text is going to be, is going to show up again right here. So what I would recommend, guys, is pulling up a notepad and having an actual text already figured out and just pasting it right in here. You can just figure out something and type in here. You can even just keep it blank too if you'd like. So what I can do for a headline is want me to personally build you a digital marketing business from 0 to 3K per month in the next 90 days. So, okay, the page that they're loading on, so this page right here, wanting to personally build you a digital business 0 to 5,000 per month. So sorry, I'd have to change that to 5K. This is just kind of course, I probably wouldn't put this. I'd probably put something a little bit different, but want me to personally build you a digital marketing business from 0 to 5K per month in the next 90 days. Now, what I can do too is learn more. I want to make sure that it's in learn more. This is a new section. I can create any type of different language. I can add a language and it will just describe all this stuff in a whole different language if I wanted it to. Don't really need that. Right here, you can display the link. So I can display this link right here. So it shows up, boom, right there. Or I can just do boom. So it just shows up mdmacademy.net/register. You know, whatever. You don't have to show it if you want. Now, the newsfeed description is going to be kind of the description to what they're clicking on, to what the ad's going to be. So, for example, newsfeed description link, let's say I want to do kind of the same thing right here. And I'll paste that, click, learn more to apply to work with Ian and watch a mini training. Boom. So I can do something like that. As you see, when I have this on desktop, I can look at what it will look like on a phone. So this is kind of what it will look like on a phone. So might want to, you know, it's not going to show the news feed description on the phone. Maybe you want to have some text up here, you know, something congruent to what this is. Sometimes you might not want to run text. You're either going to run a short amount of text, no text, or a good in-depth text. And say it's going to be a video. This text is going to be almost a copy of this video. Now, at the picture, it's kind of hard, so I can maybe talk about, you know, the journey of what I've done and the success, and, you know, I'm accepting some more students, so click the button below, you know, to basically walk them through this process. Again, you want everything to be congruent. If what we're offering here is me to personally build them a digital marketing business from 0 to 5,000 per month in the next 90 days, you know, at that point, you know, they're wanting to see this be congruent, want me to personally build this. You know, it's coming from Ian Marston. Boom, they hit this page, want Ian to personally build you up. Boom, okay, it's congruent. Then they watch a training about, you know, applying for me to personally build them a site and working with me and watching a training on kind of what it is that I'm doing. So again, you have that huge congruency there. And just figure out if you guys want to do text or not. Once everything is good to go, notice up here, recommended image spec. It will actually tell you the recommended image spec, the recommended video spec, all sorts of stuff. So you guys can also refer to this, and even Facebook's the help section. So once we're all almost said and done, we're good. We don't need to do anything like this. What we need to do is just hit confirm. You can hit review if you want. I would just hit confirm. I'm not going to hit confirm because I'm not going to run this ad. But and of course you can name it at the top. Name what this is. So name, you know, it's you know, Ian Lamborghini picture, you know, invite, you know, picture ad or whatever. You know, you want to make sure that you can see this when you're looking at your dashboard with all of your ads on your ad account. Say you have 100 ads running, you want to make sure you be able to understand exactly what this ad is. And so it's super easy for you to go through everything and it's super organized. So guys, hopefully that helped you with placing your ad for the Academy. Again, you want it to be super congruent to like the video that you made, or if you have a picture, and to the funnel that we have already provided to you. So make sure everything's congruent in the ad. Run some ads, guys. Check your data, and I know you guys are going to do awesome. So hopefully that helped you all out with placing your ad.